You want to know the one constant in my house? That my kids expect me to feed them dinner every single night. Let's talk meal planning. Hi, my name is Tammy Bartles, and welcome to my channel, Pursuit Over Perfection, where I encourage women to organize chaos one routine at a time. Meal planning. You know, it's something that I used to think that was just the silliest idea that I didn't have time for, and now I love it. If you are in my previous stage, I understand, but hear me out because I promise you that the brain power used on creating dinners has been decreased significantly. I love that I can come up with a meal plan for the week and I don't have to think about it the rest of the week. I'm sure if you are watching this, you understand how exhausting it can be cooking for your entire family every night of the week. Does that mean that I cook every single night of the week? No, it does not. My family does eat leftovers and we do order out pizza, but having that consistency and creating a meal plan so that we can know what we're expecting, it has decreased the number of takeout nights and lessened the burden of our budget significantly. I am all about using my time wisely and working smarter, not harder. So if that means that I can meal plan one day of the week, then know what I'm making for the rest of the week, I'm gonna go for it. Today I'm gonna be sharing with you kind of how we lay out our weeks and what has made it more simple so that grocery shopping is easier, meal planning is easier, and my kids kind of know what to expect, and there's less drama at the dinner table each night. I mentioned in a video a couple of weeks ago that I was recently diagnosed with Hashimoto's and hypothyroidism, and it included a number of dietary restrictions that I needed to make changes for my own health. While that was a little bit of a blow to my, at that time's current meal plan, it has been able to transform and is slowly getting back into the groove of how I have loved meal planning for the last year now. I have never been one to say that I have loved to cook. I will also never say that we were eating the most healthy and nutritious meals, but we were getting decently healthy meals, and now we're making those baby steps to move even more in the right direction. I do not say these things for it to be a comparison. I talked about that a couple weeks ago as well, that this comparison is not something meant to be. This is something that I'm sharing where I'm at in my journey, and no matter where you are, you can start where you're at and build from there and just do the best that you can. Here's my first tip. Kids don't need extravagant recipes. Something simple and that you can easily switch out ingredients is going to help your kids to have some consistency yet not get bored in the meantime. Our current meal plan is a little bit of a work in progress with these new dietary restrictions that I am trying to implement, but I have said before that I am not a short order cook and I really want to create meals that we can all eat together. Now, does that mean that because I am trying to go gluten-free that I am going to restrict 100% gluten-free for my kids? No, but that also does mean that we're making some adjustments where we can. The really fun and exciting part about all of this is that your kids can be your cheerleaders. The kids want to help you out. And I know that a few years ago, I would have just laughed in your face when you said that. And I know that as moms of really littles, that can be super tough. But I promise, just keep pushing forward and making those baby steps, because it's going to get to a point where now my kids are helping to include their thoughts on what they do and don't like, and they aren't always going to get what they love, but they know that I am doing things to help them stay healthy and strong. And in all reality, they've been extremely supportive in trying new things since I am also needing to try new things. So what I have done in the past is that I have always loved to have basically two meal plans. And in a sense, it's still kind of one meal plan, but I have two specific meals that I'll switch out for that week. I'm just gonna lay it out here. We've got that Monday is basically pasta night. Now, that was a rough one for me personally when we had to realize that I needed to go gluten-free, because I love me some pasta. Thankfully, by trying some new things, this rotini pasta has been a huge hit in our house. And so it's something that has been a really easy transition, thankfully, for us. Mondays were always a pasta night. It was something that the kids could kind of know was coming, and also you can kind of make a little bit of extra because you'll understand that why for later in the week. Tuesdays is taco night. We always do tacos. We'll do turkey tacos, chicken tacos, crunchy tacos, soft tacos. And again, that has really made it an easy transition for me to be able to adjust the things that I don't use the tortillas anymore. And I am using these new corn-free tortilla chips. And with Tuesdays being tacos, my kids even know this now and they have come to expect it. They have their favorite tacos. Some love turkey tacos, some love chicken tacos. You know, they don't always get their favorite one, but they at least know what's coming, and it's something that is not a huge surprise to them. So I'm already starting to lose steam because I've already cooked for the kids 2 nights in a row. Now we're on the 3rd night. So the 3rd night is often a sheet pan meal or a crock pot meal of some sort, whether I'm making a pork tenderloin or doing a sheet pan of chicken breasts or chicken thighs and different things like that. So it's just a variety of those options that I have 2 or 3 options that are kind of an easier meal in that aspect, but still give us a great protein and veggie. If you go back to the Plan With Me video and I talk about how to adjust things according to your weekly plan, Thursdays at this time in our life are a very busy night. We often either have soccer games and or both kids have practices, and so it's a little bit of some chaos. I like to make sure that it is an easy night for getting food in them and out the door. So Thursday is leftover night. We have cooked 3 great meals in a row, and basically at least one of them the kids really enjoy. And so we've gotten to where they get to kind of pick which leftovers they want to have for dinner on Thursday, and it's a quick heat up, eat, and out the door. Fridays we have made pizza night. Now, that does not mean that we order out pizza every night. Sometimes we have frozen pizza, sometimes we do homemade pizza, and sometimes we do order out. It's just something fun that after a long week, we either have small groups sometimes on Fridays, so we'll make something to go eat with them or they come to us, or we'll all order pizza together. And it's just something that makes it really a fun and kind of relax into the weekend night. Saturdays are where a lot of times my husband will be grilling, and so we plan according to that. Also, we know that we'll have some leftovers a lot of times of pizza. And then Sunday night, I will admit, is we call it snack dinner. And the kids love this. It's a way for them to be able to either have some mac and cheese or be able to have some crackers and make a homemade Lunchable, or they'll have whatever their favorite leftover that is left. We always go out for lunch on Sunday after church, and so if they bring home their leftovers, they can have that as well. But it's kind of that nice reset for myself because I'm prepping meals and getting food ready for the rest of the week, and so I'm ready to be able to do that. Now, if you really paid attention to that, my meal plan is truly cooking 3 nights of the week, and then utilizing leftovers and maybe possibly takeout or making homemade pizza the other nights. It's something that works for my family. Again, am I saying that we're eating the most healthy and nutritious meals? No, but it's where we're at and it's what's working for our family right now. And we've clearly been making slow adjustments with these dietary restrictions. It's been a good opportunity for us to make some adjustments and see what's working and what's not, and come together as a family. Who likes to have those nights where you're just like, what are we gonna have for dinner? And then once you've even figured out what you wanna have for dinner, do I have all of the ingredients for that? This is where having that meal plan has truly simplified even my grocery shopping, because I know what's needed for each meal, and depending on the variation of tacos, the variation of the sheet pan meal, then it allows me to know what ingredients I need to shop for so that I can pick those up on Saturday. I often do a grocery either order for Friday night into Saturday, or I will go to the grocery store on Saturday morning and be able to pick up everything. As I talked about in that previous video that I've already mentioned about the Plan With Me and how I set aside time to meal plan and to plan that grocery list. And the more often that I repeat these meals and kind of figure out what variations are needed, it's made the grocery shopping and this block of time be able to shrink significantly. I'm not spending the amount of time and effort that I used to when I first started out. So if you are feeling overwhelmed and that you feel like you've got this huge weight on your plate at first, don't give up. It's something that you can press through. I promise, when I was trying to overhaul my entire meal plan with all of my dietary restrictions, it was was overwhelming. And what I had to do is take one meal at a time and figure out, could I make this meal with these changes? What meals did I even not need to change anything at all? It's taking it baby step after baby step, because that's where you're going to see the progress. Consistency is key, keeping going so that you're seeing it over and over week after week. That's how the meal planning is going to get simpler for you. I really hope that this has given you some insight on to how you don't need to overcomplicate life. Come up with things that work for you and your family, and what works for my family may not be the same for yours, and that's okay. I know that grocery shopping or meal planning isn't the most exciting thing, but having that laid out for you is something that I'm pretty sure your future self for next week will thank you for. And that then the next week will be even easier because you'll already have done it once, and you can even come up with a second week plan and then just go back and forth. Your kids won't mind, and it'll actually make your life much easier. What is your family's favorite simple meal? Maybe it'll help inspire a few of the other viewers of this video. Be sure to subscribe to this channel so that you can get more tips on organizing chaos one routine at a time. Have a blessed day. I feel like I look orange. Let's try that again. The sheet pan meal